graduation ceremony. The ceremony is about to commence. We kindly ask that your mobile phone be switched off or on silent mode until the end of our ceremony. In case of an emergency, please remain calm and follow the instructions of the venue ushers who will ensure your safety. We now welcome our real-world graduates.
Hi, I'm Anne Sherry. I'm the Chancellor of QUT. I'm delighted to welcome you to your graduation ceremony and warmly congratulate you on being here today. As well as being a milestone for you, this occasion is a very important one for the university. To recognise that, this ceremony is modelled on the traditions of medieval European universities that date back 1,000 years. So we have a mace to symbolise authority, a Latin anthem, and academic dress styled in the traditions of that earlier time. More significantly at QUT, we celebrate the much older culture of the traditional owners of the land on which QUT stands, the Turrbal and Yagara people, whose customs and ceremonies date back more than 40,000 years. We pay our respects to their elders, laws, customs, and creation spirits. We have sought to deepen and expand the way in which you, as future decision makers, respect and value the precious contributions of those who've lived in this place for countless generations. As you have all discovered, QUT is a place where you've learnt new ways of thinking and doing. It's a place where you've been challenged to leave your comfort zone, to be bold and learn the practical skills you need to take the next steps in your career. And so I congratulate all of you on showing great commitment, courage, and achievement in qualifying to graduate today. Not only have you achieved academically, for many of you, coming to university may have required you to leave home, travel to a new country, or even persuade your inner voice or sceptical families that going to university would be worth the sacrifices. Just last year, more than 10,000 students graduated from QUT, joining the almost 300,000 professionals who are part of our global alumni network, of which I'm also a proud member. We look forward to welcoming many more students to QUT and supporting them while they study with us, as we have with you. We also look forward to supporting them in their chosen careers, whether in business, law, science, engineering, art, teaching, nursing, or many of the other pathways open to our graduates. I strongly encourage you to stay connected to QUT through our alumni network and to take advantage of the many networking and professional development opportunities it has to offer. For this is only the beginning of your journey. As you walk across the stage today, think about how far you've come. I know your friends and family are proud of you for the hard work you've put into completing your degree, and so are we. Once more, I extend my sincere congratulations, and we wish you every success for the future.
Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Margaret Shield, Vice-chancellor of QUT. Today we celebrate the excellence of your achievements, the commitment you brought to your learning, and the dedication and perseverance you showed through every challenge. You chose our university because you wanted the real-world skills that industry demands. Today, surrounded by proud family and friends, either in the room or supporting you from afar, you stand before us as qualified professionals and emerging leaders ready to make meaningful contributions in your chosen fields. You have mastered complex disciplines while managing work, family, and personal responsibilities. You learn from and alongside researchers addressing our most pressing global challenges: climate science, healthcare innovation, and transformative technologies. And you achieved your qualification on lands that have served as places of teaching and learning for thousands of years, joining an unbroken tradition of scholarship and discovery. QUT is an ambitious, world-class university ranked amongst the top 200 globally. Our cutting-edge research in technology and innovation distinguishes us, but our true distinction lies in real-world graduates like you. Each project and placement has prepared you to enter your careers with confidence, and you now join a distinguished network of alumni, leaders in industry, innovators in research, and champions of positive change. As you embark upon your next chapter and go on to achieve remarkable things, remember you will also be judged by the care and compassion you show for others and the way in which you use your knowledge in the service for a greater purpose. On behalf of the entire QUT community, I sincerely congratulate you on your graduation and wish you all the best for what lies ahead.
Guests and graduates, please stand for the entrance of the academic procession.
Please be seated. I'm Professor Sharon Christensen, the Executive Dean of the Business and Law Faculty, and I'm delighted to be your host for today's graduation ceremony. In commencing today's proceedings, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the lands on which we meet with a Welcome to Country video.
Balka be Balka. welcome in the language of the Yagara people. We acknowledge the Turrbal and Yagara peoples as the First Nation owners of the lands of where QUT now stands. For thousands of years, the Turrbal and Yagara people have gathered along the banks of Maiwa, the Brisbane River, to share their knowledge and stories. We pay our respects to their elders, laws, customs, and creation spirits. We recognise that these lands where QUT now stands have always been places of teaching, researching, and learning. We acknowledge the important role Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people play within our QUT community. From Moreton Bay, inland as far as the Great Dividing Range near Warwick and Toowoomba, as far north as the Caboolture River, including the lands around Brisbane City, Meanjin. Yura yura yinala, balka bi balka, nganguru maramakoro nganya birali, nganya bayam. Welcome to the traditional country of the Turrbal and Yagara people.
Graduation is an important part of the fabric of university life, and in today's ceremony we will confer more than 290 degrees. In addition to today's formal proceedings, it is also an opportunity for us to celebrate and reflect on personal achievements of all our graduates and join in warmly and genuinely their celebration. We would particularly like to welcome those who are joining us by live streaming from around the world. I believe our graduands would be the first to admit that while graduation celebrates their individual successes, their accomplishments would not be possible without their strong support networks throughout their studies. As such, today's celebration also reflects the significant contributions of family, friends, university staff, and many other people throughout the wider community. We have a large ceremony today, and we will have a short musical interlude as part of the proceedings. Presiding over today's ceremony is Professor Robina Xavier, and it is now my pleasure to invite her to certify the awards and certificates.
On behalf of the University, our Chancellor, Ms Anne Sherry, our Vice-chancellor, Professor Margaret Shiel, I add to you all my very warm welcome. I also acknowledge our ceremonial host, Professor Sharon Christensen, Professor Cameron Newton, Deputy Dean, the Faculty of Business and Law, Professor Emeritus Award recipient, Emeritus Professor Peter Green, members of QUT Council, QUT staff, and family and friends. But most importantly, I welcome you, our graduands, whose achievements we come together today to celebrate. I also add my acknowledgement of the traditional owners of the Turrbal and Yagara people. I now call on Professor Sharon Christensen to certify the eligibility of graduands to be awarded their qualifications. Presiding Officer, I have the honour to inform you that the graduands who will be presented to you or who are nominated for awards in absentia are entitled to be admitted to degrees and have awards conferred on them. I certify to you and to the University that they have fulfilled the conditions prescribed for their awards. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the University Council, I will admit to degrees and confer awards upon those qualified graduands in attendance today. I also admit to degrees and confer awards upon those qualified graduands who are listed in the graduations webpage and have been unable to attend in person at the ceremony. Presiding Officer, I now have pleasure in calling on Ms Marie Clancy to present today's graduands.
Presiding Officer, I have much pleasure in presenting to you graduates in the Faculty of Business and Law to be admitted to degrees. For the Bachelor of Business, Justin Ho. Talia Kane. Brandon Lau. Josephine Naismith. Rebecca Parton. Anna Louise Peterson. Braden Turner. Rachi Adhikari. Kane Bilton. Carissa Chandra. Will Cole. Tara Coote. Marizanne DeVos. Rensha DeVos. Israel Junior Dopsy. James Eccleston. Xavier Giorgio. Matthew Goodsell. Kate Greck. Aidan Grimaldi. Jessie Hannon. Sabine Hatzipetrou. Jonathan Hazard Davis. Joel Henrik. Shoyu Hao. Boston Hutchings. Manineet Khan. Lolala Lankildi. Harry Lawrence. Hudson Mackey. Abby Manakanyu. Mizuki Matuzaki. Ryan Mayer. Michael McCarthy. Fraser McWright. Ryan Miotti. Najiho Motojima. Daniel O'Gorman. Rumbizai Padja. Ava Payton. Nikhil Rangoon. Leah Robbie. Kerry Sheffield. Nishcha Amit Singh. Nati Sutiprapa. Ravi Trihasha. Shay Tucker. Matthew Vosper. Muhammad Danadayaksa Wadana. Medina Williamson. Wei Han Yu. Jessica Zeller. Hugo Alm. Lachlan Cotter. Tuai Le. Bailey Tremble. Eliza Wilding. Charlie Barber. Mackenzie Batty. Connor Bell. Emily Buchanan. Gemma Collins. Alex Crosby. Tipper Dwan. Georgia Etheridge. Ryland Frost. Jing Gao. Paige Gardam. Olivia Grob. Ava Hill. Abby Hogan. Claudia Hose. Lily Hunter. Melanie Elise. Ella James. Margareta Nesadora Jennifer. Aliyu Kene. Harvey King. Ui Kondo. Isabella Largo. Wen Hui Lim. Jemima Lowe. Keely McGarity. William Manthe. Caitlin Jade Martinez. Hamish Naylor. Ines Nazaudin. Nicholas O'Brien. Jake Patterson. Kang Tru Fan. Yiming Chi. Anisha Ranchigoda. Jasmine Scott. Anika Seeley. Kaito Senju. Alexia Stewart-Burt. Joella Sweatman. Elvin Tam. Rosalind Tui. Charlotte Becher. Lexis Wade. Charlie Rose Wagstaff. Jingtao Wei. Callum Wild. Annabelle Wilshire. Sorry. Grace Wishart. Piper Whistler. Soon Yang Yung. Ashley Zanicki Darrington. Mia Borsey. Lily Carey. Jack Garden. Presiding Officer, we will now have a brief musical interlude performed by Angel Strings. This will be followed by further presentation of awards. Presiding Officer, I have much pleasure in presenting to you graduates for the Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Jessica Lee. Jemima Bradley. Timothy Dixon. Jocelyn Elsa. Tabitha Fashion. Takto Fukushima. Joel Horn. Konoha Kobayashi. Sunuji Kumamara Paley. Lizanie Liebenberg. Samuel Manley. Luke Mustard. T. Nguyen. Leon Parkinson. Yan Yi Tan. Henry Warren. Zion Wotai. Sunam Yonton. Jasmine Adam. Eloise Arnold. Abby Barr. Michelle Cuda. Elizabeth Dewberry. Amber Dow. Madeline Ellis. Ava Flynn. Yining Garo. Zachariah Girk. Chloe Gray. Daisy Hall. Nikisha Harkin. Sophie Ijukovsky. Ngoc Ming Quay Lee. Annalise MacDonald. Michaela McNamara. Berwin McNeil. Sophia Morphy. Sophia Morphy. Ellie Norman. Georgia Payton. Lily Price. Zoe Ridge. Delilah Robertson. Chakra Pratt Jr. Sukunchai. Ella Siebel. Brody Silk. Min Duc Tran. Christina Blaskin. Sarah Ward. Lily Rose Williamson. Mia Kovlovskis. Madison Mosley. Eva Wingrove. For the Bachelor of Business International, Ben Mansfield. Evie White. For the Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Fine Arts with Distinction, Amelia Herzog. For the Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Bachelor of Fine Arts with Distinction, Sarah Faint. For the Bachelor of Business Honours, First Class Honours, Sue Yatty. For the Graduate Certificate in Business and Communication, Enkmandal Dejasaikan. For the Graduate Diploma in Business, Kaylee Pierce. For the Master of Business, Kinley Layden. Anatari Kanthawi. Ngan Lam. Chiahang Lee. Cheng Wei Lin. Yun Liu. Hasna Nadira. Crystal Ann Pallad Reyes. Ting Chen Sai. Chia Shen Wu. Muhammad Arakal. Atinush Atikanistar. Izara Chayapachara. Joseph Cherapushpan Joy. Kinzang Chorden. Yishi Jordan. Pima Dima. Sonam Dima. Yeshi Dema. Alina Dasipan. Alisa Dasipan. Anna George. Jessica Gurung. Shao Shanxi. Primya Pramod Kanolka. Huam Liao. Kano Matsabella. Oliver North. Parija Patil. Ashna Puli. Sonam Pelzam. Dechin Pem. Shwetha Ravichandra. Nohin Rolex. Jinyan Z. Kash Yadav. Zhang Tong. Ibi Babu. Yuchi Chen. Siddharth Ulis Cherapulal. Lishan Dong. Sean Fairweather. Yanyan Hu. Esther Jacob. Jakrapat Ketke. Finlay King. Alexi Katz. Sangai Lamo. Lee Shiza. Yanru Lee. Ekaterina Melikova. Nice Mathanchira Anto. Lin Pung Mang. Sarika Murthy. Angelica Nolasco. Sanju Ketan Piasand. Natini Pornpeng. Eldrin Sajan. Kathleen Sunwan. Lethea Tep. Lao Yo Wang. Erica Newman. For the Master of Business with Distinction, Khan Van Hoeng. Pornchua Nutpum. Svenja Prosha. Natasha Summerfield. Anna Guzman Udiminia. Georgina Luxford Teroni. Ryan Mooney. Mickey Sorgi. Caitlin Holmes. For the Master of Philosophy, Mayuramudli Akhlej Nilani Priyanka Gunasekera. For the Bachelor of Business, Kento Baba. Saleha Inayat. For the Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Jacinda Martin. Caitlin O'Brien. For the Master of Business, Emmanuel Leo. Presiding Officer, I now call upon Professor Cameron Newton to present the candidates for doctoral degrees.
Presiding Officer, I have much pleasure in presenting to you candidates for doctoral degrees from the Faculty of Business and Law. The full citations of each of the doctoral degrees to be awarded today and the names of their supervisors are provided on the graduations webpage. Amongst the highest qualifications this university can bestow, the Doctor of Philosophy, or PhD, is awarded for the successful completion of a significant piece of independent research, sustained in its scholarly character, and one which makes an original contribution to the field. For the thesis titled, The Persuasiveness of Travel Influences in Sustainable Tourism, I present to you Dr. Saranya Devendra. For the thesis title, Green Gets the Gold, Regulatory Mode in Eco-Friendly Airbnb Listings and Alexa Reviews, I present to you Dr. Emmanuel Economos. For the thesis title, Enhancing Gender Balance in Non-Profit CEO Positions, How Women Make It to the Top, I present to you Dr. Kruvanis. For the thesis title, How Travel Mindsets Transform and Shape Sustainable Behaviour, I present to you Dr. Bahar Shafi. For the thesis title, Social Capital and Regulatory Scrutiny, Evidence from Stock Exchange Comment Letters in China, I present to you Dr. Yefeng Zhong. For the thesis title, Beyond the Dyad, Shifting Gears in Human-Robot Interaction Across Service Industries, I present to you Dr. Mark Steins. Presiding Officer, that concludes the presentation of all graduates and awards.
Graduates, on behalf of the University Council and staff of the University, I offer you my warmest congratulations. Whatever you do beyond today, remember this is a lifelong learning journey that you're on. Do it with purpose, with integrity and pride, and know that QUT will always be here for you. In recognition of outstanding academic achievements and service, the QUT Council may choose to confer the title of Emeritus Professor on professors who are retiring from the university. It is now my honour and pleasure to ask Professor Peter Green, on whom the QUT Council has conferred the title of Professor Emeritus, to come forward, and I invite Professor Cameron Newton to read the citation.
Professor Peter Green is a highly distinguished researcher and academic leader who has attained significant national and international standing in the fields of information systems and accounting. Professor Green retired from QUT in June 2025 after 25 years of dedicated service. During that time, he held key academic and leadership roles, including head of the School of Accountancy and chief investigator with the Centre for Future Enterprise since its inception. As head of school, he strengthened the School of Accountancy's research culture and industry engagement. He built notable partnerships with government and industry bodies and mentored academic teams to secure industry funding, including 6 grants through the Institute of Chartered Accountants Australia. He has been an Australian Research Council assessor since 2003 and chief investigator on 7 Australian Research Council grants. A highly cited scholar, Professor Green has published extensively in leading journals and served on editorial boards of prestigious international publications. He has supervised 30 doctoral students to completion, many now in senior academic and industry roles worldwide, and his research has shaped both academic thought and industry practice in IT governance and accounting information systems. His professional standing is reflected in fellowships of Certified Practicing Accountants of Australia, Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand, and the Australian Computer Society, alongside national leadership roles with these bodies. In recognition of his sustained and substantial academic service, QUT Council has awarded Professor Peter Green the title of Professor Emeritus. Presiding Officer, I'm very pleased to present Professor Green for award of the title of Professor Emeritus. I join with the QUT community in congratulating Peter on this distinction and invite him to address us today.
Presiding Officer, Professor Rubina Xavier, other members of the official party, graduates, my family and friends. First of all, I would like to thank the QUT for this great honour. It's indeed rewarding at this stage of one's career to have your efforts recognised in this way. And so this evening is an evening of celebration, not just for me, but more particularly for you, the graduates. It is a day that marks not only the completion of your studies, but the beginning of a new chapter in your lives. You've worked hard, persisted through challenges, and demonstrated resilience in a world that is changing faster than ever. For that journey, you and your families deserve every moment of pride and joy you feel tonight. To the graduates, you are stepping into a future that is dynamic, complex, and full of possibility. The world you enter will not reward those who cling to certainty. It will reward those who embrace curiosity, creativity, courage, and persistence. These qualities, along with the knowledge and skills you've gained at QUT, will be your greatest assets. When I graduated with my PhD in 1996, the landscape looked very different. The internet was still a novelty, and artificial intelligence was something we read about in scientific papers. Yet one truth has remained constant. Success is rarely a straight line. It's a series of experiments, some that succeed, some that fail, and all that teach. Let me share a story briefly of my own journey to clarify what I mean. I began my working career in 1978 as a commercial programmer in the Queensland Government. After 2 years, I realised I wanted to pursue a master's degree, but I still had to support myself. So I obtained a job teaching at a tertiary institution. Here I met a wonderful colleague and mentor, Dr. Terry Black. Terry explained and advocated the usefulness of the finance economics paradigm for understanding decision-making in private sector businesses and indeed personally, that decisions are made based on perceptions of costs and benefits. As a young colleague, Terry also strongly encouraged me to embrace different work experiences before I settled finally into a career. This viewpoint subsequently led me into work roles as a consultant with Touche Ross, and then a technical systems project manager, and finally a systems support manager with the SEQEB. The lesson here, carpe diem, seize the day, be curious and courageous, try new roles because you are working in your career role for a long time. You must be sure you enjoy what you are doing. But the desire to obtain my doctorate became too great, and I found I quite enjoyed teaching. So I returned to teaching at the QUT in the 1990s, then 15 years at UQ from 1999, and back to QUT as head of school in 2014. And that brings me to you. Your degree is not a destination, it's a passport. It gives you entry into a world where your ideas matter, where your actions can shape communities, businesses, and even industries. But remember, the most valuable skills you carry are not just technical, they are human also. The ability to listen deeply, to understand where people are coming from, their perceived net benefit decision-making, to collaborate across differences, and to lead with integrity will define your impact in your working life. As you step forward, I offer 3 reflections. Number 1, stay curious. The world will keep changing. New technologies will continue to emerge that will impact your professional field, especially that of my own accounting. Let learning be a lifelong habit, not a phase that ends today. Number 2, build bridges. Success is rarely solitary. Invest in relationships. New technologies like AI, process automation, big data analytics, and cloud computing software cannot engender the trust that a professional advisor can establish. Number 3, lead with purpose. Ask not only, what can I achieve, but what can I contribute? The greatest careers are those that serve something larger than themselves. Finally, take a moment to savour this achievement. You have earned it. And as you leave this hall, know that you carry the hopes of those who taught you, supported you, and believed in you. The future is not waiting, it's yours to create. Congratulations, graduates. Go forth and make it extraordinary.
Thank you, Emeritus Professor Peter Green, for that very inspiring address, and congratulations again on your award. Family and friends, well, we are almost at the end of our ceremony, and I suspect some of you, but obviously not all of you, have been told by your graduate that you were not to cheer or whistle, and basically not to be too noisy as they cross the stage. Well, now I think you should all congratulate your graduates by making as much noise as possible to celebrate their graduation. Thank you all. Before I close, I'd like to thank all of our staff who have arranged this graduation and assisted us today. This is not an easy job, being one of 26 graduations across the week, and we thank you very much. I'd now like to close by extending my personal congratulations and those of the university to all of our graduates, and our best wishes to your family, friends and supporters. The staff will assist family and friends to leave safely, so would you please be able to wait in your seats until you are guided accordingly. Graduates, family and friends, can you please stand while the academic procession leaves the stage? And thank you all. I hope you enjoy the night and the coming celebration. Thank you.